Howdy doody, everyone. We are Geeks Assembled. Susan's joining me as usual. Um,
I'm
and this is
I'm I'm as faithful as the helicopter guy.
well, Susan chose this movie to discuss this week. We did the original movie a couple of years ago, and today we are talking Mad Max, but it's not the first one; it's the second one. Mad Max 2, or as it's called over there, over in the pond. Is it the Road Warrior?
The Road Warrior.
It's Mad Max 2 over here. Well,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so varying titles, but it's the same movie. Um, yeah, we're back in the apocalyptic world. I don't know how many years this has gone on from the first movie, but it's the same character. Max is in the wastelands, and to survive out there, you need fuel, apparently.
Yep.
um, there's a huge fuel depot what's under siege nearly on a daily basis from the barbarians out there.
Yeah, and the cool thing with this is that they have actual pumping fuel or pumping oil wells,
Yeah,
and you know it was good that they showed that they were actually pumping, because like that technology probably will be the only thing that keeps going once we start running really low on petrol. I don't know.
so it's a story about this community who has the oil field, shall we say, the reserves, under attack from these road, well, as the title says, warriors, shall we say.
Yeah.
Uh, and Max turns up just wanting fuel. So he's there to sort of protect them and get the fuel out and move on. That's the main. That's the main story of it. But
Yeah,
he's up against all these brutes.
because the well stopped pumping halfway through.
Yeah. So along the way, he meets the gyro captain, played by Bruce Spence, who's been in a few movies.
So cool.
I mean, I'm sure he's been in a Star Wars movie.
I think so.
Yeah, but you got Papa Gallo, who's the leader of the group, and then you've got a couple of the villains. You've got Wes, and then you've got his boss, the Humongous, who's in charge of all the brutes out there.
Yeah, and looks a little bit like, and instead of being in charge, he's actually on the receiving end of some things.
Is he?
Well, he's in the mask. He's in the harness. He who
They're
knows
all in.
if he.
They're all in
Oh,
harnessing, leather, and
yeah, I mean, he doesn't look like he looks like he could be like the sub. I don't know. No, never
oh,
mind. I'm just gonna stop right now.
we know where
Just going to stop right now.
Susan Mann has drifted off to.
BDSM. I just couldn't, you know.
And also, I'll get back to the film. And also, Max has got his faithful dog with him, who's guards him and saves him a few times. And that's the main crux of the story. That's what it's all about. So we'll go over to Susan now and what she has to say about this, the Road Warrior.
Yeah. just there was so much I mean it was so much fun seeing this in DVD with the color restored, because the VHS copy that I watched the last time I watched this was washed out. I mean, like the colors were there. You couldn't. I mean, it looked like it looked ashen anyway. So it was great. The other thing that was I really thought that it was amazing that I thought that it was amazing that I noticed the difference between like the two groups this time. The one group was in like Jedi sort of white and brown robes, and then the other group was in, bondage wear, sort of like, the whole it was like that difference was really kind of marked in my, and I didn't remember that it was that different, that divergent. And the other thing uh that was really that really struck me this time was the rape scene in the desert, like um the way she was just left there, you know but she'd been raped and killed, so like, you know it wasn't like halfway through she'd need to try and assert that something had happened. That was just tremendously you know impactful. And the other thing that the other thing that I was noticing was, oh, I loved that kid,
Oh, the feral kid.
the feral kid,
Yeah.
Emil Minty. I think that there has been that he went on to do some really cool things. I've heard his name anyway, to do with yeah, he kept acting all the way through. Yeah, his most recent thing was he did a game VO, and so I mean he's basically kept busy since he was a kid, and which is really kind of amazing. I mean, yeah, he was busy in the 80s, the 90s, the 90s, and then I guess he must have taken a few years off, like 20 years off, 30, almost 30 years off, and and but I really like him anyway. I like that it- I mean, the kid had a lot to the character of the kid. The feral kid had a lot of gusto, a lot of uh and he was another sort of good counterpoint to all the adult sort of weird violence. Is like this kid who was just like,
Mm,
and then there was the Australian Shepherd that was the in this, the dog,
yeah.
and that was he also had a lot of personality, and yeah, I don't remember what the dog's name was, but it was a good yeah, Bruce Spence. It was good to see him. You know, yeah, he's a really he's a recognizable face and stuff, and it's been in a lot of things. Like yeah, I think he was in uh episode 1 of Star
Mhm.
Wars. I just remembering his face.
Well, he's been in say Star Wars. I think he's appeared in Farscape. He's appeared in he appears in he appears in the sequel to this movie as a different character.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
he's been all over the place in sci-fi stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's good. And this is another one where the um the protagonist doesn't really have a whole lot of lines.
True. Mel doesn't say much.
No, this is like we both chose a movie this week where the protagonist doesn't speak, and the kid had was given that little wind up music box, which sang happy birthday, which is fun because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. It's I just was like, oh my gosh, how fun. Anyway, yeah, and I like how desolate they make it look, even though they just use you know the normal areas.
Yeah. It was just the wasteland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where was it? Was it filmed in? Let me have a look. Uh,
So it was somewhere in the outback.
yeah, New outback of New South Wales
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and this time seeing the Road Warrior on DVD, they didn't have it dubbed. When I saw it uh on cable in the 80s, some of the bits were dubbed into uh, a flat American accent.
really,
Yeah, so that people could understand. It was so strange.
yeah.
Yeah, it was different. Now I mean, having this way is awesome.
Mm.
Much better. Thanks. Thank you very much. Warner Brothers,
Oh
don't
yeah.
mess with don't mess with accents. Dang it.
No, you don't want to mess with accents.
No.
Um,
Uh,
anything, anything
yeah,
else?
what's your faves? Or
Well, as you've said, um, you know, Max doesn't is a man of few words, and it is a basic story of the fuel at the on the oil
tanker
field.
truck?
And they've got to get the fuel out of there safely, and Max is the only one who can really do it. Um, but by the end of the movie, he he was sort of duped as well because he didn't realize he wasn't carrying the fuel.
I know.
So he really was a decoy.
Yep.
He didn't. And the realization on his face, he didn't know he was a decoy. But they got. I mean, also as well, you realise the narration at the beginning of the movie and the narration at the end of the movie is the young feral kid telling it grown up,
Yep.
because they never saw the Road Warrior again. It's a good movie. I mean, it's rated. People rate it as one of the best action movies going. I
Hmm.
mean, a lot of stunt work, car stunt work in this.
Yeah.
Um, I say great villains as the Humongous and Wes. They were two great villains. They got the comeuppance in the end, but both colliding together like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was such a success movie that a sequel was made about 3 years after this, and then we had to wait another so many years for
20.
another sequel to turn up, but without Mel Gibson in it, because I think he decided he might be a bit too old to play him now. So they
Yeah.
had Tom Hardy instead, which I think, in my personal opinion, he did a good job in it.
Yeah. Tom Hardy is he yeah, he was brilliant. He is a great actor, and I really liked the portrayal. Yeah.
But also as well, it was good to see. I don't know if you knew uh, the woman warrior who was um, in the oil field was Virginia Hay. And if everybody Sci-Fi fans don't know Virginia Hay for Farscape, playing Zan.
Oh, nice.
I didn't realize that. I was watching it and I'm thinking, I know that face. So I thought, I'm gonna when the credits come, I'll have to see who that actress is. Yeah, Virginia Hare. Oh God, yeah, it's Farscape. So she was in it. She sort of died in it as well, protecting the fuel. Well, most of them didn't really.
Hmm.
So there's only a few that got away, but I think it's a great movie to watch. Um, it's not that gory, apart from if you see one of those flying boomerangs into the head. Which it was a funny moment though when that other guy went to catch the boomerang, cut off his fingers. Oh, someone said, pick him up. But yeah, it was good to. I haven't seen this movie for quite a few years now. Um, it was good to sit down and rewatch this. Uh, it's a shame that we don't get many movies in this franchise, because this could be a big money maker.
Yeah, it really would. It would this, and I mean, there's no end of stories that you could tell from this,
Well, yeah.
these time frame and this kind of uh post-apocalyptic world.
Well, this is it. It's just ongoing, isn't it? I mean, I thought we'd have had another one after Fury Road.
And you can always, and the other cool thing is that, because of how different and you know the 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 action is sort of a contained group of people. Like you by 15-20 minutes into the movie, you've met all of the characters,
Yeah, yeah,
which was I mean, really incredibly well done. So I
yeah.
mean, of course you don't have to have a lot of exposition or you know monologuing or any of that stuff when you met everybody.
I mean, also as well, it's not a difficult story to understand.
No, I know, but by say I'm just saying that it was in a tight knit group, so you could always link it with other groups and other kinds of stories, because these these folks are they're different, but it doesn't have to stay its own universe. But even if it does, there's so many stories that could be told. But you could like it, but you don't have to. Anyway, that's just my point.
We do. I think we deserve another movie in the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Tom Hardy as Max for another movie. But back to Road Warrior, cracking movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
And anything else you want to say about it?
No, it's it is an excellent follow-up from Mad Max. I mean, you even get little like nods and reminders of his wife and everything.
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cracking, like Lee said.
It's
crack-a-lackin'.
Man's only got the 3 movies on there because it's called the trilogy. Not like Susan's, of course.
Oh, all right.
So, what's your final said score then on the Road Warrior?
Yeah, for Mel Gibson, he really eats his foot a lot. He's got foot and mouth disease. A lot. He sort of sucks his own toes, and he ends up being a heel. But his characterization is great, and so because this is one of his longtime great characterizations, I'll give this 10 spiky perches on top of a tanker truck out of 10.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's 10. And 10 of those spikies.
For me, I'll go 9. 9 tins of dog food out of 10. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm on about. Lovely. So that is our little review discussion, or what you want to call it, of Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Guys, if you've seen it, if you've watched this movie, please leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of it. You'll find this video on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's all out there. Leave a comment below. Also, leave a comment below if you'd like to join us.
Please do.
Please do. I would like to be part of this group and talk rubbish. Join us. That's all you need. You need to be 18 plus. As I say, some movies, like these and others, you need to be 18 plus. All you need is a laptop, PC, mobile phone, tablet with a camera and a microphone, and you're good to go. And Susan's holding up her little bell there, which we never can hear because I don't know why. No. I think your dinger's dead. Is that a euphemism?
Is that a euphemism?
Yes, your dinger's dead.
Oh, stop.
Yes, you'll get if you press the bell notification, you'll get notified every time we put a video. So, yay, geeks have put another one up. Let's avoid it. No.
Let's watch it.
Come to us. So, yeah. So, Mad Max 2, check it out, guys. So until next time, please be safe. Drive carefully.
Yes, wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelts. take a leaf out of Max's book. Bye for now.